wherever you at in life right now, you on the right path. You where you supposed to be. Don't rush it. Slow and steady. Anything slow be for sure. Anything fast don't last. Just you.
Life update. I've been feeling moody these last few days. I don't know. I spoke on it before. I always say whenever I have a video that goes viral or it gets a lot of attention, I feel sluggish the next day. It's like I can feel people giving me evil eye, and I have to up my protection. I have to do all these things, light candles and everything, call my power back. It's exhausting. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I built my platform off of being a troll. I'm a troll account. People say something to me. My comebacks are like quick and A1. So a lot of people feel like, oh, do you ever have a bad day? Is it ever a day? Like, I get tired too. Like, I get tired, I get irritated too. And sometimes I do need that time to recollect my thoughts and sit by myself and basically like just ponder on my thoughts, think to myself. It gets lonely. I'm gonna just start off with that. It gets lonely. I live in a city. I live in Houston, Texas, like big city. I do have friendship PTSD, so I am afraid of making new friends. I'm not really afraid of, it's just the back door stuff. Everybody's back door. I don't know what you want to be my friend for. Some people come around because they want you to pipe them up. And as soon as they steal your personality, or you feel me, you help them dress better, it's like they gone. They didn't even see you in that light. And I really be loving people. Like, I love hard. So with the friendship thing, it's like I know people, I can party and turn up with people, but as far as letting people get too close to me, it's arm's length distance. Hopefully in the future, I can make a solid, I don't know, I don't want to say a solid group of friends that I can travel with, put it that way. Because a lot of people are like, oh, you don't travel. There's not that many people that I trust to even go on a trip with. Like I said, I don't want nobody acting funny towards me. I don't want people to treat me a certain type of way. Because I'll book a flight back home, pack it up. One thing I know how to do is pack it up. Then I don't have no family here. My family is in St. Louis, Chicago, like far away. So it does get lonely, and I don't have the most solid foundation with my family. Like me and my sister, we're locked in. Other siblings is in and out with them. I'm not even gonna lie. I used to be the sibling where I want to call everybody, I want to check up on everybody, but who's checking up on me? And I was like that with my friends too. Like, I would call them all the time, but if you stop calling people, you would see like who really thinks about you. And then I had to grow out of that mindset too, because like we're grown now. People have kids, you know, everybody's on a different work schedule. Like, it's just different. So that also gets in the way, because I have long distance friends. Like, we don't talk every day, but when we do get on the phone, we laugh, we, you know, and hopefully we get to kick it soon. It's just hard getting around everybody's schedule. And then I don't know, my old content used to be a little depressing, a little sad. I'm not in that space anymore. I feel like I went through certain trials and tribulations where I learned how to form stronger boundaries. I got away from certain individuals that I felt didn't value me. I basically created a safe place for myself. Like, I created a place where I don't feel like anyone is attacking me, being mean to me, has malicious intentions towards me. So I'm not really dealing with anything, but I know those are the type of videos that people can relate to. Even with the job thing, people are like, oh, you're not worried about not having a job. And I'm like, no. Like, I just have a mindset where I know everything happens for a reason, and, you know, God is going to work it out for me. Like, being humble enough to know that I have to put in the work, I have to shuffle, but having the greatest amount of faith that it's all gonna work out. Like, you would know if I started to panic. I put mostly all my business out there. Sometimes I hold back on some of the things that I go through because I know how the internet trolls, and you know, people are miserable. Like, this internet thing, and a lot of people, they want to be influencers, they want to a lot of attention on the internet, but it gets draining. And you have to have a strong mindset and not giving a fuck about what these people think about you, because they're miserable, they're hungry, they're having sleepless nights, they probably have rashes on their asses. So it's like, how could Why are you trying to prove yourself to people on the internet that don't even think of themselves in a high value way? Like, it doesn't make sense. So, I've been viral for a lot of negative things. It doesn't bother me though. Good publicity, bad publicity. Like, bitch, you know my name. You know my name. You gonna see my face. Like, so I just try to have high hopes. Like, it is what it is. You gonna see me though. As long, it's some negative stuff that you don't want to dip and dab into. But like, the things that come out my mouth, like, I know are gonna ruffle the internet's feathers. Like, I know there's one thing I know how to do, and that is to ruffle people's feathers. I love ruffling people's feathers. I love creating controversy and then sitting back and watching it all play out and have people argue over my content. I love that. Especially when it comes to, the city boys. Sometimes I say stuff and I don't mean it, but I do it because I know it's gonna get under your skin. And I know so many men are opinionated and, city boys up, and you guys are in your soft boy era. And I know that my content is gonna draw attention. So, that's just a little tactic that I use to go viral. I've been setting goals in play, but I don't like talking about my goals and things that I am going to do, because I don't want nobody putting evil eye on it. Like, you'll know when it gets closer or after I shoot. And that's why you gotta just sit back, wait and see. Like, somebody's always watching. That's one thing. Somebody's always, even when you think they're not watching, they're watching regardless. Trying to have gratitude, stay humble, morals and values. I know a lot of people have in the back of their head, because somebody said something to me about loyalty the other day, and I feel like you can't have loyalty if you guys don't value the same thing. If you don't stand on principles, value, and morals, it's like that loyalty should go out the window. Because you would think me being there for you in a situation when you do me wrong is loyal, but to me, being loyal is you just can't go against the grain with nothing. Like, you wouldn't put me in a situation that you wouldn't want to be in, if you know what I mean. So I'm glad some of this stuff is getting out, because I've been needing to vent, but I am not able to put, I wasn't just able to put like the right words with the stuff. But I hope this is coming out right. And I'm getting acne. Like, I think this is a stress bump. But I did shave my mustache the other day, so I don't get my laser appointment till like the end of the month. So hopefully when they laser my mustache, I'm a hairy bitch. Don't get it twisted. I just lasered. I'm full body lasered. And when you get to my age, I'm 29, you might get a little hairy. I don't know if I'm turning to I don't know if God wanted me to be a boy. I don't know, because I ain't got no titties neither. But hopefully, not hopefully, when I blow up, I'm going to get some titties. And I know a lot of people be like, Flem, don't go get no titties. We like you the way you are. No, I'm going to get some yitties. Because it's certain stuff that I want to wear, and I want to have some yitties. Like, Jesse, I'm not going hella big. I'm just going big enough. And then a lot of people ask me, they always ask me about marriage and kids, and you don't want kids. No, I don't want kids. I feel like I built a very soft life for myself. I don't want to answer to nobody when they tell me they're hungry. Sometimes I don't eat till 2 p.m., 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm intermediate fasting at this moment. Manifesting right now. So if you want to do it, join the gang. But I can't see myself with kids. I feel like it's hard to trust somebody already. But to trust you with my mental, my spirit, financially, emotionally, I don't know how you're going to act after I had this baby. Like, I'm risking my life to have this baby. And I was streaming on, I'm going to say it correctly, Bigo. And it was a gentleman who came in the room, and, it led him down a very dark path where he's on a hard drug because he lost his wife giving birth to his child. And I just feel like it's too big of a risk to just be out here having babies for men who don't even value you. It's too big of a risk for me. And with marriage, we both gonna sign prenups. I'm sorry. That's the way it is. What's yours is yours. What's mine is mine. You know, I never really liked people for their money or what they had. I feel like I did that my early 20s. You know, you gotta have some money. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. But I really be trying to like people for them. But most men, not all men, but a lot of men, when they have money, they make it their personality. They're not funny. All they care about is money. They just don't hold any substance to them. And it gets boring after a while. Like, I done had more fun with broke men than I had with men that get money. And I'm being completely honest. It's like dealing with, I used to be an ugly duckling back in the day. Like, I wasn't always the prettiest. But I knew when I grew up, like, oh, you know, my mama couldn't afford to get me braces. But I knew, like, I'm gonna need some braces. Like, once I get some money, that was the first thing I was like, I gotta fix my teeth. My teeth was like, no, I gotta fix my teeth. Then that's when I got into her first. Cause basically you can kind of say I was homeless, but then I wasn't homeless. Like, when I got college, when I went to Mizzou, I was just going there. I just wanted to get away from home. I wanted to be at my mama's house. I lived in a shotgun house, and me and my little brothers, we shared a room. That's how I know how to play Call of Duty, cause like, we all was in the same room. Like, this my bed, this my little brother bed, that's my other brother bed. With shotgun. But then from there, I went to Mizzou, got kicked out of Mizzou. I went up there playing, no lie. I went up there playing, didn't have any guidance, you know, nobody to tell me, but like, it was my first time being on my own. Me and an old friend, like, we was stuck like glue. Like, she got me through that semester, I could say that. Then I had went back home and I started staying with my ex-boyfriend mama. And you feel me? Like, you don't want to stay with nobody mama. So at this point, I'm working Walgreens, I'm working McDonald's, and I'm going to a community college. Left that community college, I had all A's because I didn't play. Because I didn't want to be back in the city. You feel me? And the way I was working, like, I knew I had to do something. So I transferred back to a university. That was straight. But the problem was I couldn't afford it. You feel me? I got like a 3.7 there, but I couldn't afford it. It was to the point I put a student loan in my mama's name. Before y'all say anything, she had gas bill, cable bill on my name, and she didn't pay it. They get back a motherfucker. Nah, but that's paid off now. So I saw an Army commercial, and that's when I was just like, you know, I had called that one friend up, and I was like, hey, you want to join the Army? And then she ended up leaving before me. So I called my peoples, my cousins and them, and then we all joined together. And that's how I got in the Army. But basically, I was living with somebody else's mama, like, and I was stuck. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have no car. You feel me? I'm working at McDonald's and Walgreens. I'm waking up 4:30, getting on the Metrolink, working McDonald's from 6 to 2, coming home, taking about an hour, 30-minute nap. I'm going to Walgreens at 4:30, getting off at 12:30. You feel me? Back up doing it again. Some days, I only worked one job, but I had school. It was just a lot, man. And through the Army, like, I lost so many friends that I was locked in with in the Army, but you know, we were all going through things. We was trauma bonded. What is on my nose? I knew it was something tickling my nose. What the fuck? Oh, but basically, like, most of the friends that I was in the Army with, some of us are no longer friends anymore, but I feel like in the military, you have the same morals and values. You feel me? It's all fun when you are specialists and below, E4 and below. You know, everybody's in the same goddamn tax bracket. As soon as you start elevating and you start trying to take it serious a little bit, take your life serious, take the Army serious, however you want to go, people will feel some type of way. And they start to try to bring up your failures and certain things that you failed in to remind you, like, you're not that bitch at the end of the day. Like, and I didn't see that until I got out. And I was seeing, like, the little jokes. And I sat back and I observed. I was that person where I felt like I am moody. You know, I do trip sometimes. So let me sit back and observe. I'm giving people 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, I'm giving people chance after chance after chance. How the fuck you mad when I gave your ass 100 tries? Like, and I felt like that was my downfall. And when I went to therapy, they did tell me, like, your boundaries are weak. They're weak as hell. Like, you need to build strong boundaries. Like, don't play about you. How do you expect for other people not to play about you when you letting people play in your face? It makes no sense. So when I started to get serious about me, like, oh no, I stopped smoking because it wasn't doing anything for me no more. You know, people often like, oh, you was smoking bad weed. I wasn't smoking bad weed. It was just a simple fact that it wasn't getting me high no more. The liquor wasn't getting me drunk anymore. You feel me? I had to stop suppressing my feelings. The music therapy, the music wasn't hidden anymore. So I'm like, I have to sit in my shits. And that's when I told y'all I got a Pandora bracelet. It's a little rusty right now. But me and one of my old friends, and we're no longer cool anymore. But no, this is not to bash any of the people that I fell out with. You know, it's still all love. I still want to see them doing great. I still want to see them make it. Like, you know, sometimes people just don't have the same vision. Sometimes people grow apart. Sometimes it's like, regardless of the time that you've been knowing that person, if you met them today, would you befriend them? And if the answer is no, cut their ass off. Because history don't mean shit. History don't mean not a goddamn thing. I don't like the person that you grew into. You probably don't like the person I grew into. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. You go eat. We just won't be eating together. Like, but is that all to say? Well, to say all that, I don't know what I just said. I be, mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Mommy made me mash. I have to say that. So like, my retainers be fucking me up. Don't think, you know, I'm a little dyslexic too though, but I be having to push my gap back together. But I said all that to say, I still feel like it's something in my nose, and I don't like that. I said all that to say that every person that's not in my life no more, that used to be in my life, they played a vital role in my life. They was there for a phase that I needed them. They probably needed me. I learned a lot from those people, and they probably learned a lot from me, and I had fun. Like, if I scroll through like Snapchat memories and I look, I'm like, damn, we was having fun as fuck. Like, you know, good things don't last forever, baby. You got to be okay with losing people. You have to be okay with that, because if you're not okay with it, I don't know how you're going to get through this life. You got to be okay with losing jobs, friendships, family ships, relationships. You have to be okay. I lost 2 pairs of shoes, and it hurt my heart. I got 1,000 more. So it's like, it's okay. It's okay. But I'm going to start off with, it's not in order because my charms had failed when I took it off. But this was my very first charm, and that is the little girl charm. I was working on my childhood trauma. And this is a bracelet from last year. I haven't went on my second phase of life yet. So childhood trauma. This was a graduation charm. That one was a gift. I did graduate last year. All the Disney charms is like childhood trauma. Like it took me so long to deal with my childhood trauma because I'm the middle child. I felt unseen. I felt unheard. I felt like everybody looked over me. I felt like it didn't matter what I accomplished. It wasn't good enough. I had to go back and hug my younger self. Like, we're okay. We're safe now. I got mean over the years. Like, I used to be sensitive. Like, my daddy always used to be like, leave her alone. She's sensitive. She's sensitive. And I feel like throughout the years, I couldn't be sensitive anymore. My mom, she didn't like, you couldn't cry. So, like, when I cry silent. It's just tears that fall down my face. People think I'm playing, like, if I'm crying for real. And I was like, no, like, I'm for real. Because I don't cry loud. I don't make a noise or anything. So, yeah. I have a caterpillar charm because I felt like I was transitioning. I was going through a phase. So, I have not got my butterfly charm yet. Wait on this next phase of my life. And then, really, I should have finished this up last year. But I didn't. Felt a little stagnant. This was actually a very first charm before I even got my this. I don't know if I should say it, but I got this charm from somebody, and I'm gonna keep it because I felt like that helped me transition to the woman I am today. Like, sometimes you look at certain things and you're just like, oh, they said some hurtful things to me, but sometimes it opens your eyes and it tells you like you are not operating in the person that you're supposed to be. Like, so sometimes you just have to take those negative comments that people give you and change your perspective. Always look at things from different perspectives, out of the box. Don't call anyone. Just ponder on your thoughts. You don't need validation from anyone. That's why, like, being alone, it's helpful. It does get lonely, especially if you're healing and you're doing it alone. Like, I was alone for 5 months. I cried damn near every day. It was a long process, but we made it. Like, I ain't gonna say we made it because I don't feel like I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm in a good position. So I just try to stay thankful and grateful But we're getting to it. I'm trying to think, is there anything else on my mind? Oh, if you're in a relationship and it's too much, it's a distraction. Anything that gets in the way of you pursuing your dream is a distraction. Anything that you can use as a stepping stool to get to your dream, do it. I don't care if you have to work a job. I don't care if you have to go to college. Like, just as a stepping stool. If you feel like you don't have discipline, go to the military. I feel like the military gets you discipline. If you feel like you need to network more and you're not used to being around people, go to college. You know, yeah, you can go to college and you can get good grades, but you have to network. Like, what is staying in your dorm room, not going to parties? You're not getting the social experience that you need. You know, take an oral communication class. Certain jobs, like when I worked at corporate, people showing me credit card balance, like not credit card balances, but like credit card limits, over $100,000 credit card. People are flying to Spain to go to soccer games, like the certain cars that they dropped, like, and I was just like, dang, you know, I'm blessed to be working up here. Don't get me wrong, I'm very blessed, but do not get caught up into the system, because they will make you feel like you don't deserve this position. You need to work 10 times harder to be in this position. You know, race is always gonna be a thing. Age, all that discrimination is always gonna be a thing. So you have to have thick skin and be adaptable. No, why did I just say that? Be flexible and be able to adapt. Because without that, you're gonna be in a rabbit's ass. I don't even know what that means, but you're gonna be in a rabbit's ass. Always. So the best thing I probably learned how to do was stay flexible and just adapt to any situation. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna be uncomfortable, but when you're in uncomfortable situations, that's how you know you're growing. Always put yourself in uncomfortable situations. And then even with rent, like when I stayed in my very first apartment, I paid $1,200. Next apartment after that was $1,500. The next apartment after that, it was $2,500. This apartment I'm in, $3,300. It's gonna turn your hustle up, because especially if you are the backbone of your family or you are the help in your family, you can't turn to nobody for help. You're putting your back against the road. Like, I gotta make it happen now. So I feel like it pushes you. Many ways to get a bag. The fuck you broke for? Just stay focused, and it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be depressed. It's okay to feel your emotions and not suppress them with drugs and alcohol. It's okay to go to therapy. This life shit is an experience. Nobody ever been in your shoes. Don't let nobody tell you that you shouldn't feel that way. But do allow other people, if you do talk to other people, do allow them to not change your perspective, but look at things from their perspective. Okay, I think that's it, y'all. La 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 la, la 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 la. Flem Guy's World. Flem Guy love her sneakers, her purses too. It's Flem Guy's World. I was supposed to sing the other song first. Oh, so long, farewell to you, my friend. So long, farewell, until we meet again.
Keep grinding, I know you got a reason. Don't be scared to express yourself.